Howdy, folks, and welcome to a very special holiday episode. You're listening to Fireside Friday, a Sound Appraiser exclusive. My name's Cary Nightingale, and with me, as always, is my trusty sidekick, Kevin Niebrick. Kevo, how you doing?
I find myself surprisingly jolly, sir.
Glad you're in the spirit. In honor of this Christmas holiday, Kev and I decided to give each other the gift of song. Let's light this match. We challenged each other to find a song that the other guy hadn't heard, by an artist he hadn't heard of, but that he would like and would score at least an 8.0 on the tune score scale. I think I nailed it with my gift for Kevin, but I also know how hard I am to shop for, so I'd love to hear the present that Kev found for me.
Cary, my gift to you this year is the song Les Matins, a single released in 2018 by Belgian singer-songwriter Angèle. This song opens up with a minimalist chord progression played on a piano over a barely audible synth bass line, and is joined by beautiful vocals sung in French by Angèle in a sultry Belgian accent. An electronic drum backbeat quietly breaks in and is joined by an intriguing, otherworldly synth counter-melody. If your head's not bobbing to the beat at this point, vous êtes un robot. How'd I do on that translation, Cary?
You should be real proud of yourself there, Kev.
See, I knew it. Nailed it. The pre-chorus incorporates the title of our song, Mornings, to explain that upon waking, our narrator is consistently reminded that the person she loves is no longer there. The synth-heavy chorus is rhythmic, catchy, and immersive, with a descending arpeggio on the synth and a fantastic bass line. We get one more playthrough, and then the song just kind of ends, which admittedly I found rather disappointing after a solid 2 minute and 55 second lead up. My overall tune score, however, for Les Matins by Angèle is 8.0. Cary, unwrap your gift and try desperately to hide the disappointment from your face. I probably should have gotten you a gift card.
I'd be happy to give this one a spin. Give me just a moment and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Kev, I gotta say, you did an excellent job. I had a sneaking suspicion that you were going to go foreign language on me, and you did not disappoint. I really love this song. It's an artist I had never heard of, nor heard any of her music. I think you really nailed it. I even did a quick calculation. I landed on an 8.0 also. I just want to bring up, because I don't think you mentioned this, the rhythm to me sounds like a game of hopscotch. I know I've mentioned at least once how much of a sucker I am for minor keys, especially the Dorian mode. I didn't pick up my guitar and try and play along, but I'm pretty sure this sounds sad, but not super sad, so I think it is in Dorian. And I love that it's got very descriptive lyrics about sort of that contrast between the fairly good and the especially bad days that follow a breakup. Really interesting choice. I look forward to listening to a lot more of Angèle. You nailed it, Kev. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you liked it. And enough about you. Where's my present?
My gift to you this year, Kev, is the song The Infanta by the Decemberists. The Infanta is a joyful showcase for lyrics that are absolutely top shelf. They're clever and sophisticated while fitting melody and cadence like a bespoke cravat, all while side-skirting a compelling story of unearned glory amidst the fanfare of a royal processional parade. My favorite lines are, "Within sight of the Baroness, seething spite for this lithe largesse, by her side sits the Baron, her barrenness barbs her." This titular Infanta, though, she for whom the procession proceeds, she's just a little baby unaware of the praise and devotion and privilege heaped upon her. It's unclear whether it's her shoulders upon which rests the future of the kingdom due to the unestablished alignment of that pre-existing prince in the third verse. Also unclear is whether she's even of noble blood or birth, since it's revealed in the final verse that her cradle was pulled from the water, like Moses or any other bastard in a basket. My only quibble with the lyrical craft is bed made of chaparral, which sounds great in the context of the song until you realize that chaparral would make for a very rough and thorny ride indeed. The galloping rhythm that dominates the song is excellent and should surely get your heart pumping just a little faster. The melody is deceptively simple for most of the piece, following clear but irregularly spaced harmonic shifts. The chords, almost entirely major and often right next to each other, which is a hallmark of flamenco guitar, benefit from a little extra flavor from the organ and a half-step up key change for the third verse and bridge before coming that half-step back down for the fourth verse. An added element of that bridge is the tempo downshift for its duration. It's skillfully done, as is the descending line on air. Performing such complexities is no mean feat and should be commended. My only issue with the production of this song is that the shofar, which is a ram's horn, blows for about 15 seconds in the intro before we get to that martial drumming that propels the song forward. I think it could have been about 5 seconds and just as effective. I'm an adult and I usually have a longer attention span, but goddamn, just get to the good part. And the next 4 minutes and 45 seconds is the good part. The Infanta weaves an intricate tapestry of words to vividly set a scene in a way that's reminiscent of Tom Waits's Circus, but much more fluently, as befits the regal setting. I rated the Infanta at 8.7 out of 10 on the tune score scale. Kevin, Merry Christmas. I hope you like it.
I can't wait. Let's do this. Okay, I'm back.
So, Kev, what'd you think?
Well, there's very little story to follow here, which bothers me with its aimlessness. But I was really impressed with the wonderfully poetic description of the events taking place. It's rhythmic, it's playful. They've painted a beautiful picture here. I really, really enjoyed that the song just kind of builds and builds and builds. Thank you, sir. I agree with your tune score, and I say that you've gotten pretty familiar with my musical taste over the last few months. Well done.
Well, thank you. I'm really glad that you liked it. I think this has been a fun exercise, and we should probably talk a little bit more about our approach and what we got out of it as part of our Fireside, but that's going to have to wait because it's time for a short break. This one's brought to you by Aunt Mary Jane's Candy Canes. You'll be amazed how well these red and white stripes hide the green you need to get in the holiday spirit. We'll be right back. Howdy, folks, and welcome back. I think this is a great opportunity for us to discuss a few things about our little gift-giving adventure that we've been on. First off, let's talk about the approach that each of us took in finding a gift for the other one. Kev, how did you approach this?
Well, I used what I had hoped might grab your attention, at least initially. I narrowed my focus on female artists singing in a foreign language, which gave me a much more manageable pool of artists to choose from than just every performer ever. And I listened to mix after mix until one song really caught my attention, La Tune, also by Angèle, which had great lyrics, but just wasn't very dynamic. But I knew I had the artist, so I worked my way through her catalog, I found the song Jalousie, which I felt had a stronger melody and rhythm, but I still felt like I could do better. And then when I heard Les Matins and read through the English translation of the lyrics, I felt like I had a winner. What did you employ? What strategy did you employ while looking for my song?
Well, Kev, I took perhaps an even lazier route because I started by looking inward. I checked out my own music library first to see what artists might be acclaimed for top shelf lyric craft, because I figured if there was one thing that I had to get right, it was that, knowing how much attention you pay to lyrics. So I got through the A's, I got through the B's, and I got through the C's, and I was feeling a little despondent, and then came the D's, and I found Decemberists. And I knew that that was going to be the artist because they fit sort of an alt or indie mold and feature sort of nasally vocals and a penchant for very sophisticated lyrics. So I considered a few of my personal favorite songs by the Decemberists. The Rakes song and We Both Go Down Together, but they struck out for being a little too dark to give as a Christmas gift. And that's when I landed on the Infanta. And I hoped you would like it, and it turns out you did. So really happy about that. So I got to ask you, Kev, was this a useful exercise for you? 'Cause it sounds like you really went exploring to find something.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I had a fun time, and I feel like I got a lot out of this one, actually. I was able to use what I've learned about you and your musical preferences and kind of go on a musical scavenger hunt for the things that you and I agree make a strong composition and performance. I had to listen to a lot of artists, understanding very little of what they were saying, but I enjoyed every minute of it and listened to a lot of good music along the way. What do you think, though?
As far as this being a useful exercise, I got to say yes, because we have listened to and reviewed a lot of songs, both together as calibration and individually for this whole Sound Appraiser project. And we've always tried to stay as objective and neutral as possible, but appeal is naturally very subjective. So it was actually pretty fun to look through the lens of a specific person, in this case, you, to try and find something that would appeal to your taste. And I really hope that what I found for you with the Decemberists and what you found for me with Angèle is going to help us both explore deeper into these artists' catalogs and maybe even branch out into different yet related directions. I think that's how this might just be the gift that keeps on giving.
That was very well put.
Thank you. Now, as always, we invite and encourage you, our dear audience, to give a listen to the tracks we reviewed today. They're on our Tune Scored Tracks playlist on our YouTube channel. While you're there, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment letting us know what you thought of our scores and critiques. If you're an up-and-coming songwriter, that's also a great place to recommend one of your songs for a tune score and some good old-fashioned honest feedback. We'd love to hear from you. We've had a lot of fun today, and we hope you did too. That's been Kevin Niebrick. I've been Cary Nightingale, wishing you happy holidays. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay sound.